Hello dear, I'm talking about headache today. What is headache? And is there any way we can remove our headache within few seconds, few minutes? Or can we live without headache in our entire life? Because many people they live, they do. And also we also experience in our childhood. We never have a headache. So this is just like a learned habit. We get it from somewhere. But nowadays the headache is so normal, everybody having every now and then. So the headache become a norm of our life. It's no more as a disease or illness. It happens very often. To understand this habit of getting headache, just try to understand this one thing. Like pain. When a finger cuts, we only feel pain. We never feel sadness. We don't normally suffer because we know body is capable to cure itself, or there is a many ways. But if we desire to remove as soon as possible that pain, that desire is suffering. And do you know that one famous psychologist says this sentence: suffering exists nowhere else than in the heart of human. Only human suffers. The whole universe, the trees, the birds, all other creatures, the nature is always in the joy. The whole of nature is always celebrating without any fear, without any anxiety, tension. Only the human being suffers. So, what is this headache? The headache means desiring not to have the pain. We try to avoid, we try to escape from that, we try to repress really. The repression is the tension, is bigger than the actual problem really. And the other problem is, other cause of a problem of this headache is the overactivity of the head. Just like example, CD running on the same track. If rotating on the same head stuck on the same track, then that CD become warm. And that is how our headache also comes. Same emotion or the same thought repeating again and again, and every single energy is centered on that thought. We can't divert. That is a problem. But one thing we know really, everybody knows that whatever the pain or sadness we had in the past, that didn't last long. So the current pain or sadness is also will not be long. We know, we everybody know really clearly. But still we try to avoid, we try to suppress this pain as soon as possible. This is our main worry. This rush become a habit. This is a learned habit really. Suffering is due to this old learned habit. This is a real disease. Suffering really is not a disease but just a learned habit. It's make no difference if disease is real or not. The headache, the stress, the tension are surely a mind problem. Without mind, it can be solved. But when more mind we use to solve this mind problem, the severe the headache become. One thing is sure, we must understand this, that mind cannot solve its own problem. When mind like to avoid a thought or a emotion, then mind start to think about that thought. So what happened? The mind stuck in that loop. All energy centered. More you try, more you stuck. that accumulation, that growth become a worry. That is a painful, that is a suffering. I'm just trying to explain through my example here. I am I had an interview in Monetize, London, UK, a American company, and technical interview was passed. So they called me for a HR interview. And that job is priority one call jobs. Such a priority that if system stop for a 1 hour means business lose millions. So that problem has to be sorted very quickly. There is no option. So they hire very highly skilled people. So there was a HR interview. In that HR interview, my manager, a technical head, vice president, and a HR person, a very senior HR manager was there. And the HR manager asked me one thing, and he asked me, if you are in a pressure, how you can handle the pressure? I listen and then reply. In the reply, I ask a question to that HR guy. Are you from HR? He surprised. And now all three people are saying, what? Then I said, yes, this is not a HR question at all. Then they asked me, why you think that way? Then I explained that if you have a anger, then you become anger. If you're depressed, then you become depressed. If you have anxiety, you become anxiety. If you are in a pressure, you become pressure. Then if you become pressure, then how you can handle it? There is no possibility. Yes, you can ask this question this way. If situation is in the pressure, then how you can handle the pressure? Then this question is right. So my main point here is the mind cannot solve its own problem. It's no possibility. The mind problem is, mind is so habitual, so addicted of information, any type of garbage, any kind of news, story, rumor we want to collect. It doesn't matter that information we use for our life or not, but we just gathering and we try to solve everything through those informations, that borrowed information. So I am here not to give any new knowledge really. No new information I am trying to share here. Instead, my aim is to set aside your head really. I am just showing you a pointer, give you a method to be empty-minded, how to go no-mind state. My efforts here to encourage you to take first step, please. All you need to sit silent, just relax, simply relax and enjoy your now moment. Trust, please. You have the capacity to do it. And if you try, if you do practical, if you examine yourself, you may be able to stop the thought process. At least you can slow down. And slowly you will have a choice to allow a thought or not. It's possible. Please trust me. That happens to one, then it can happen to you as well. It's not a miracle anymore. It's a possibility. It's a sure possibility. So what I'm saying is meditation is the simplest things to do. Meditation means no doing. It's not a science, it's not an art, it's not complicated at all. Please be kind to yourself. Do justice to yourself. You have a right to enjoy your life. You have a right to enjoy your nature really. So what I'm trying to give a method here is to create a 30-second gap between the two thoughts. That's all we are trying to say here. We all try to achieve this one. So what and how to achieve this 30 seconds? The method here is just like a cat sitting on a mouse hole and waiting very cautiously. She is very watchful, and soon the rat come out of the hole, it catch and eat it. That is all the cat is doing. Same like we need to sit quietly, relax. Whatever posture you have, just relax and close your mind, close your eyes, and just wait for your next thought. That's all you need to do. And the soon the next thought comes, just throw in a bin. Just like a car, a red car going, then white car comes, goes, then cycle, then bike, then white car again. It doesn't matter. You no need to bother about your thought. Whatsoever the thought is, it's yours or not yours, or is it good or bad, doesn't matter. Just throw it away. Just ready for the next thought. That's all you need to do. You will be surprised that you, after a while, your thought will slow down. You will feel some space in between. But sometime it may happen that your thought drag you all the way to half an hour or maybe more. So be watchful again. So maybe you can use a timer. Every 5 seconds just put a bell or a knock, so you can come back to your consciousness, your watchfulness. So you can start the process again. So just maybe start with 2 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever the way you want. And slowly the mind process slow down really. And that gap will give you the first glimpse of meditation, the first glimpse of joy. This is beautiful. When that start to happen, means you are arriving home. You are in under your control now. Nobody in this world can control you any more than you. Back to your home again. Then you have a choice. If you somehow manage to do this practice and increase this gap to 30 seconds, just 30 seconds, by the time you reach to the 30-second, you can see the miracle itself. You will see even after a 5-second gap, 10-second gap, how much you achieved. Now you have control on your peace, you have control on your joy, you have control on your thought, which thought to take, which thought not to take. Everything is under your control. That is how the meditation works. The meditation is medication really. Means you are really curing yourself. No other than you can cure yourself in that such a way. So please practice this one and give me comments. If you have a queries, just send me some comments to my website jogiworld.com. The blog website is there. You can put comments, or you can comments on YouTube. If you like, please like on YouTube. And I'm here to help you. If you need, please contact me. Thank you very much.